V, A, and again I, V, A, and again I, V, A, and again Ivan the Inspector!
Hi friends, Ivan the Inspector here, and today we're going to be inspecting chainsaws! Won't you come along and learn with me? Look at this! We've got a chainsaw! This is a Stihl chainsaw. It's the MS-180C. That's a lot of letters and numbers, super exciting. So we have a job today, kiddos. We are going to cut down a tree that fell down. We're going to use a chainsaw and a four-wheeler and a trailer. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. All right, let's start by checking out this chainsaw. Look at it. It's so cool. Hey, what colors do you see on this chainsaw? We've got orange, good. We've got black, and we've got some white. Hey, great job. So many cool colors on this chainsaw. Now, before we touch this chainsaw, very important, chainsaws are super dangerous. Only adults or trained professionals should be touching these, so never get near a chainsaw, but we are gonna check it out today. We've got so many different parts to look at, so look at this. We've got this cover. Let's take this off. Whoa, look at that. This right here is called the bar, and then here we've got the chain. If you look close to these, we got little teeth. Isn't that cool? So the chainsaw, once we start it, this chain is gonna spin around. These teeth are gonna grab the wood and it's gonna cut it up. That's so cool. But look at this, it looks like our chain is a little loose. Do you see that? We wanna tighten that up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this open, loosen this a little bit, and then we're gonna tighten it with this right there. Oh, that's looking much better. All right, tighten it like that. Cool, that's looking good. All right, let's see what else we have on this. We've got a handle. This is how we're gonna hold it. That's good. And then, oh, look at this. This one's pretty cool. This right here is called the choke. So we're gonna flip that when we wanna turn it. Get out of here, mosquito. Flip that when we wanna turn it on. Here we've got the pull cord. Oh, that's so cool. We're gonna pull it. And then, oh, look at this. We've got these two different tanks here. So this right here is for the gas. And then this right here is for the lubricant, the chain lubricant. So let's see if we can put some in. Let's open that up. Oh my goodness, look in there. You can kind of see there's some gas in there. That's so cool. All right, so we're gonna take this, fill it all the way to the top. There we go. This is some special fuel plus oil that we use for chainsaws. All right, let's do this like that. Wrap it up. Get out of here, mosquitoes. Wrap that up and oh, here we go. Let me get this right here. You know what, I think that thing is stuck, but I did put some lubricant on it yesterday, so I think it will be just fine. All right, so before we get started cutting, we need a couple of safety items. This is very important. First off, we have safety glasses. Look at that, that's gonna protect our eyes in case like a wood chip or something comes flying up. We don't want it hitting our eyes. Gotta be very, very careful of your eyes. Next up, we've got gloves. Look at this. Some nice safety gloves. Cover this up like that, there we go. That'll protect our hands, right? And then we've got earplugs. Look at that, that's so cool. I should have put these on before my gloves, but we'll see if we can figure this out. All right, let's toss those on there. So you can see these are, what colors? Got pink and yellow. That's right, pink and yellow. So we're gonna take these, we're gonna kind of pinch them a little bit. We're gonna put them into our ears. Like that. Isn't that so cool? And it's gonna expand in my ears, which sounds scary, but it's not. We're gonna go like that. There we go. All right, that's gonna cover up my ears so that it doesn't get too loud. All right, you ready to go see the tree that we gotta cut up? Come on, let's go through the woods, through the woods, through the woods. So kiddos, we had a big storm come through a little while ago, and there was some really big wind, and look at this. It knocked a tree down. Can you believe that? Look how big this tree is. It's so big and heavy, and you know what? We gotta move it out of the woods, right? Because my friend doesn't want this sitting in the woods. So I tried lifting it, or pushing it. It's way too heavy. So we've gotta use our handy dandy chainsaw to start cutting it up. So come on over here and let's see what we've got. All right, so here's the end of the tree. You can see we've got the big trunk, but we've also got all of these little leaves. So we have two different things we're gonna cut and haul away, okay? First, we're gonna cut all of the little branches off. It's gonna be called brush. We'll haul all that away, and then I think we'll chop up some logs and see if we can haul those away too, okay? All right, let's see. Look at this, we've got some pieces that have already fallen off. See, this is a great example of brush. It's got like a lot of leaves on it and little sticks. So we're gonna get a lot of that stuff. All right, I think we're ready to start up the chainsaw. What do you think? Here we go. I'm gonna put it on the ground and step on it there, pull the cord. And this will take a couple of times because it's a little cranky so early in the morning. It hasn't had its coffee yet, I suppose. Here we go, here we go. Oh, I even forgot to hit the choke. So silly, it was off. There we go. All right, whoop, whoop. So close, let's try it again, here we go. What a silly chainsaw. All right, here we go. I'm feeling good about this one. I'm feeling good about this one. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, chainsaw. You see how the chain isn't spinning? It's because we forgot the brake. You ready? Let's do this. Here. Pull it up. Whoa! Ha-ha! Here we go. See if we can cut it down. Look at that! We cut down some brush! So cool! Alright, pull this out of the way a little bit. Let's see what else we can cut. Ooh, let's cut this down here. And this one. Wow! So cool! Look at all this brush. Alright, here we go. Let's get further in here. Oh, got some more brush here. There's so much brush! Alright, here we go. Oh! I think we can cut down this. This is called buckthorn. This is nasty, nasty weed here. Let's see if we can cut it down. Wow, look at that. All right, step on that now. Foraging through the forest. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's get this one down. You ready? Brush, there we go. All right, we'll pull some of this out a little bit. Awesome. And then let's see here. Let's hop under here. Yeah, I'm feeling good about this one. Are you ready for this? Let's see if we can get this one down. Woo-hoo-hoo, there it goes. All right, let's see if we can cut this branch up. Woo! Look at that. All right, let's see if we can get some more of these here. All right, let's see if we get this branch down. You ready for this? There we go. All right, small ones. Oh, so cool. All right, let's see this one. Oh, that was not even attached. Look at that. More brush. All right, got that chopped up. Let's see if we can get a couple more and then we're gonna haul them away. Ooh, here's an easy one. Wow! It's poking me, it's so silly. Such a silly stick. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can cut this one. Good job, and then maybe this one right here. All right, that's pretty good. Oh boy, look at this. This is a really, really big one. Let's see if we can cut this one now, okay? When we're cutting down these big branches, we got to make sure that we're out of the way so that it doesn't fall on us, right? So we'll try cutting it from right here, and we'll watch it fall. You ready? Here we go. Did you see that one fall down? That was so cool. All right. Oh, that was so much fun cutting it down. We've got more cutting to do, but before we can cut down the big logs, we got to haul some of this brush away. But hey, I have a really good idea. Before we do that, do you think we could take a dance break together? Come on, let's get up and dance with me. We're gonna do a chainsaw dance break. So you gotta go like this, like you're starting a chainsaw. You ready? Here we go. feel so much better after that dance break, don't you? Thank you so much for dancing with me. All right, so we cut down some brush. Our next step is we need to haul this brush away into what's called a brush pile. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. All right, so we gotta find some of these big branches to pull. Oh, that's a really, really big one. That one might be too big. Nope, that one's stuck. Okay, so we got this one. I like this one. This one looks good. Oh, this one looks good too. Oh, and this one right here. Look at us hauling some brush. All right, so here we go. Hauling this through. Isn't it so much fun to do yard work? Oh, I love it. Some physical activity. And oh, hey, look at this. We've got a big trailer. This trailer is called a flatbed trailer because the bed is flat. Look at that. What are the odds of that? Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna break this one down, make sure we can get it on here. All right, yep, that's looking good, looking good. All right, here, let's take some of our tools off. Ah, it's stuck. All right, here we go. We'll take some of that off. We'll put that right there. Perfect. All right, so we've got the brush loaded up on our trailer. And now we're just gonna push the trailer up the hill. Maybe it's a lift thing. No. You know what? I think it's a little too heavy to push. If only we had something to pull it. What kind of things do you think you could use to pull a trailer? There's got to be some. Oh, that's it. Oh, so silly, Ivan. Let's use our four-wheeler. That's a great idea. All right. So if you look on the back of this four-wheeler, we've got something right here. This is called a hitch. That's pretty cool, huh? Basically, we can connect this trailer to the four-wheeler. So watch this, ready? We'll lift it up. Oh, it's so heavy. And we'll put it on it like that. Perfect. And we got this little lock. Gonna step on it. Ah, there we go. Oh, that was awesome. All right, so we've got our trailer hooked up. Hop on the four-wheeler. Let's get it started. You ready? Oh, we're gonna go for a wild ride to the brush pile. You ready? Here we go. Woohoo! Whoa! Bumpity, bumpity, bumpity. Woohoo! All right, looking good. Here we go. Around the corner. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, here we go into the woods. Got to be careful around this corner. And I got to cut down a couple of those trees. Here we go. Watch out for that tree. Woo-hoo-hoo. So close. All right, here we go, feeling good. Get this parked up nice and close. Awesome. Oh, look at that. We made it to the brush pile. Look at how big this thing is. It's like almost as tall as I am. There's so much brush. So we're gonna take our brush and we're gonna throw it onto the brush pile. We have this big pile and then maybe someday we'll have a big bonfire or something and then we can put everything onto a fire. Isn't that cool? All right, we're gonna take off this big trailer. Oh, because I've got a surprise for you. Did you know we have another trailer to use? Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. We've got the big trailer and now we're gonna go get the small trailer. Here we go. It's right over here. Zoom. All right. Back it up. Beep, 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 beep. Awesome. So, you know, kiddos, sometimes we use different tools for different things, right? It's the same thing with trailers. Sometimes it's better to have a small trailer. Now, let's see if we can get this thing hooked up. Wait a second. Look at this. It's different than the other trailer, isn't it? Oh, wow, look at this. Look closely here. We've got this thing right here. This is called a pin. Whoa, that's so cool. We got a pin and a couple of holes, but that's not gonna work with our ball hitch here. So let's see if we can find a tool to help us out. And oh, look at that. We've got a socket wrench. Oh, listen to that. This is gonna help us take off the ball hitch. So here we go. Let's see if we can do this. Yep, crank, 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 and look at that. Got the nut coming off. And oh, look at that. It came off exactly how I was hoping it would. So let's put this on like this. Crank it like that. Do. Perfect, that way we won't lose it all. Look at that, the ball hitch. All right, we'll toss this in our handy dandy storage compartment. So nice. There we go. All right, now we can take our trailer, take the pin out, see if we can line this up perfectly. So all the holes are lined up, and then we'll put that in. There's a little lock on the bottom. Look at that! That's so cool. We've got the little trailer hooked up. All right, let's see if we can go back to our tree. Here we go. Whee! Woohoo! Now we're gonna go down the hill. You ready? Whee! Oh, watch out for that branch. Wow! Isn't this so cool? All right, here we go. Watch out for that branch. Here we go, duck. Working hard. Here we go. Wow, this is so cool. All right, we're almost to the tree. Almost to the tree. Here we go. Ready? One more hill. Whee! Wow. Oh, what a fun ride that was. Wasn't it so cool? Now look over there. Do you see our tree? The one that fell down? It's easy to spot because look at that. It's got all those dead leaves on it. Wow, so cool. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can forage a trail up here. So the next part, boys and girls, we just got a bunch of brush, right? That was all the like little ones with the with all the leaves. Like, look at all this stuff, all that brush stuff, right? What we're gonna do now is we are gonna cut some of the logs, some of the bigger things. So let me go grab, oh, look at this, such a mess. Someone should clean this up, huh? Let me grab the chainsaw. All right, here is our chainsaw. Okay, so we gotta find some good logs to chop up. I'm thinking we should chop, how about right here? This is a good one. So we'll find something close to the ground, and look at this. These are really big, aren't they? So let's get this out of the way. All right, we gotta get this started. So let's see if we can pull, oh, gotta hit the choke there. Oh, look at that, we're good to go. All right, we'll chop off some brush first. There we go. We still got our gloves and our eyeglasses here and our ears in. Here we go. So I like to cut them. There we go. In about a foot length here. Because we don't want them to get too heavy, because after we cut them, we got to carry them. Perfect. So you got to watch out for your legs. Be very careful. Do you see all this sawdust going around? That's so cool. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about that. All right, here we go. Hit the choke. All right, look at this. Look at that. We've got a bunch of these logs. You can see on the end, look at all those little pieces of wood that are still sticking up. That's from us cutting it up with the chainsaw. All right, so we got to grab a bunch of these. We'll see how many Ivan can carry with one hand here. Maybe we'll do an under the arm situation there. All right, here we go. Wow! Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can find a way to get to the, oh man, look at all of this. All of this brush, here we go. I gotta persevere. All right, watch out for thorns. Here we go. Oh, okay, we made it through with our logs. All right. Hey, do you think we could count how many logs we got? You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look at that, we got 5 logs. All right, so we took our brush to the brush pile. Now we gotta take our logs to the log pile. Imagine that, so cool. Here we go. All right, short little ride. Can we make it up the hill? Here we go, up the hill. Whee! Whoa! All right, we'll go this way. Here we go. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Look at our apple trees are coming up. So exciting. Here we go. Oh, look at that. We made it to the the log pile. Do you see that? We've got so many different logs on there. That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna take these and we're gonna toss them on the log pile. But I'm gonna show you one more cool thing that we are gonna do today, boys and girls. We are gonna use this. Look at this. Ugh. Excalibur. All right, let me see if I can pull that up. Oh yeah. Do you know what this is called, boys and girls? This is called an axe. Oh, I love axes, they're so cool. This is another thing that, boys and girls, you do not touch these. This is just for adults, right? Let's put it right here, and we're gonna use this to split the wood. So we'll see if we can get this right down the center here. You ready for this? Oh, look at that. Oh, we wedged it right down the middle and broke off a piece. Look at that, that's so cool. Let's do it again, see if we can get a little better of a cut. So you gotta split the wood, because I like to have campfires. Do you like campfires? They're so much fun. You can roast hot dogs or s'mores, stuff like that. But in order to do that, you need some logs. And to burn logs, you gotta break them off like that. Do you see that? So we got it broken off. That's gonna be perfect for a campfire. We got a little piece like that. I'll toss that on there and we can cut it later. Whew. I have so much work to do, but thank you for coming along and learning about chainsaws with me today. Wasn't it so much fun? If you'd like to check out more of my episodes, type in Ivan the Inspector. Bye!
I-V-A, and again, I-V-A, and again, I-V-A, and again, Ivan the Inspector! I-V-A, and again, I-V-A, and again, I-V-A, and again, Ivan the Inspector!
Hi friends, I'm Ivan the Inspector, and today we're going to be inspecting leaf blowers. Won't you come along and learn with me? Great, let's go. So it's fall here in Minnesota, and look at all these trees. They only have a couple of little leaves on them, but most of them are on the ground. Wow! Isn't that cool? It's one of my favorite things about fall, playing in the leaves. But unfortunately, we actually need to pick up all of these leaves. We can't just leave them on the ground. So come on over here. We're gonna use some tools to help us out. Like, look at this. Do you know what this is? That's right, it's a rake. And what color is it? That's right, it's yellow. Come on, let's use this yellow rake. So we take this like this, and then we gotta pull all the leaves into a pile. All right, yeah, looking good, looking good. Look at that, we made a pile of leaves. Now, there are a lot of leaves to rake up, so I think this is gonna go a little too slowly. So let's jump back over here. Oh, look at this one. It's a bigger rake. You see the differences? The yellow one is small, and this one is big. Hey, what colors do we see here? We've got black, got some silver, some brown, and look at that, we've got a green handle. Awesome, let's try out the bigger rake. All right, so we'll do the same thing, kind of pull the leaves. There we go. All right, there we go. Looking good. All right, look at that, we've got a much bigger pile of leaves. And look at that, we can see grass over here. We're starting to make some progress. But hey, I bet you we could do this even faster with a leaf blower. What do you think? All right. So over here we have our first leaf blower. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. You guys are gonna love it. All right, what colors do we see on this leaf blower? We've got orange and black. That's right, orange and black. All right, this is a gas-powered leaf blower, which means we need some gas. You see that? We've got our tank right here. So let's add some gas in. We're gonna open this up. Yep, open, open, open. Good, good, good. All right. And we've got some gas in here. So we'll dump some of this in. There we go. All right, that should be good. Got some gas in there. Oh, that is stinky. Stinky, stinky gas. All right, close this. Move this over. All right. We got to start this leaf blower. You ready for this? I'm gonna pull on this ripcord. You ready? Here we go. made a nice big pile. Well, hey, do you think you can get up and take a dance break with me? Come on, let's go. I feel so much better after that dance break, don't you? Okay, we've got something really exciting. Come on over here. So we had our leaf blower, but you know what's better than a leaf blower? A bigger leaf blower. So look at this thing. Whew, it's huge. So look at this, we've got this. This is where the air is gonna shoot out, right? Look at this, we've got a little handle with a button. That probably does something, we'll find that out later. What else do we have here? We've got this big kind of a pod and some backpack straps. So we're gonna wear this like a backpack. It kind of looks like a turtle shell, doesn't it? That looks awesome. What colors do we have around here? Yeah, orange, that's the big one, good. Got some black. And we've got some kind of white, maybe a little bit of light gray look there. Look at that. This one is also gas powered, but we've already got some gas in here. What do you say we turn it on, huh? All right, we'll point it that way. We're gonna pull this ripcord. You ready? Here we go. Come on. Oh. Listen to that rumble. All right. Gotta put this backpack on. Oh, I feel powerful. You ready for this? Here, we'll jump over here. And here we go. Wow, this thing is so powerful. All right, let's keep going. You ready? A nice big pile. Here we go. Okay, hold on. Go to the back here. Let's run all the way back here. Ready? Here we go. Look at all these leaves. We're gonna move them. Here we go. Woo! Didn't stand a chance. Oh my goodness, look at this giant pile we have. Hey, you know what my favorite part of raking leaves is? Making a giant pile. All right, so let's pull some of this in. All right, yep, good. Get a nice big tall pile. Oh, there are so many leaves. All right, we have a giant pile. let's jump into it. You ready? Count down with me. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Wow! That was so much fun in the leaf pile. Can do leaf angels. Oh man, so much fun. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming along and learning about leaf blowers with me today. If you'd like to check out more of my episodes, type in Ivan the Inspector. Bye.
And again, and again, and again, Ivan the Inspector. And again, and again, and again, Ivan the Inspector.
Hi friends, I'm Ivan the Inspector, and today we're going to be inspecting weed whackers. Won't you come along and learn with me? That's great, let's go. So look over here, we've got all of these weeds. You see these little white flowers? These are actually weeds, and we don't want them here at all. So we have a couple different options. First is, let's just pick them. Ready? Gotta go pick and pick and pick and pick. Yeah, so for the next 45 minutes or so, you and I are gonna stay here and pick all the way. I'm just kidding. That's gonna take way too long. There's gotta be a faster way to get rid of all of them. Could we kick them? Nope, that doesn't really work. You know what? I bet you we can find a tool that will help us out. Hey, look at this. This right here is a weed whacker. This is gonna make our job so much easier. Now, what colors do we see on this weed whacker? Yeah, we've got green, kind of a neon green, and we've got some black, and just a little bit of gray. That's so cool. Now, this is an electric weed whacker. Look at the back there, you see that? That's a battery. That means this whole thing's gonna run off of a battery. So, we've got this right here, this little trigger that's gonna run it, and then look at the end there, you see that wire? This whole thing is gonna spin around really, really fast, and it's gonna cut through the weeds. You ready for this? Here we go. We're gonna start it. Woohoo! Whoa, look at that! Whoa, look at this. Bye-bye, weeds. Oh yeah, there we go. Wow, it's looking so much better already. Cut, 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 cut. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, the horses are gonna be so happy. It's gonna look so much better out here. Look at this. Oh, the big one. That was so much fun with the electric weed whacker. Now, we've got a couple of different weed whackers we're gonna check out. And the next one right here, look at this. This is a gas-powered weed whacker. So if you look back here, we've got this little tank, and we have to put a little bit of gas in. So this is gonna run with a gas engine. What colors do we see on this one, huh? We've got yellow and red and black. And we've got some silver, and look over here, we've got just a little bit of green. So we have wire on the end of this one, and it is a gas weed whacker. So let's see if we can get this started. This one's a little more difficult. The electric one, you can just push a button. This one we have to actually pull. So we'll put this in place. We gotta pull this a couple times, all right? Let's see this work. Woo! And we got it spinning right there, so here we go. Oh, let's take out these. You ready for this? Woo! Yeah, come on, baby. Woo-hoo! Yeah! Let's hit the button. Oh, that was so much fun with a gas-powered weed whacker. Hey, I've got an idea. We have some more work to do, but before we do that, why fun. We take a dance break together. Before we dance, I want to show you something. We're gonna do a weed whacker dance move. So go like this, just like that. You ready? Come on, get up and dance with me. Let's go. I feel so much better after that dance break, don't you? Thank you so much for dancing with me. Now, let's look over here for a second. We've got some really, really big weeds to take care of. Look how big they are. This one's like almost as tall as I am. And they're so big and they're so thick. You know, I think we need a weed whacker with a little more power, with a little more oomph to get it done. And look at this. Whoa. We have another gas-powered weed whacker. So we got that there, but look on the end, this is very cool, very different. We don't have wires on the end, we've got blades. We've got blades. Now I'll say it again, we gotta be very, very careful when we're dealing with weed whackers, especially this one with a blade on the end. That's crazy. And then look at this. We got this little shoulder strap to help you hold it up. So fun. Now, what colors do we see on this one, huh? Well, we've got orange, we've got some black, got some gray. I think that's about it. So fun. You ready to fire this baby up? We're gonna cut down some big weeds. Let's see what we can do. Here we go. We're gonna put this over like that. I'll keep going. Oh, here we go. Weed whacker! Whoa! There we go. Chopping it down. Woo! Here we go, big one. Woo! Wow, just cut right through it. Woo-hoo-hoo! So fast. So that one, get this one. Look at that. Cut, cut, cut. Woohoo! Look at that. We took down all of the weeds. And it was so fast. Well, hey, thanks so much for coming along and learning about weed whackers with me today. If you'd like to check out more of my episodes, type in Ivan the Inspector. Bye.
I-V-A, and again, I-V-A, and again, I-V-A, and again, Ivan the Inspector. Ivan the Inspector!
Hi friends, Ivan the Inspector here, and today we're going to be inspecting a combine! Won't you come along and learn with me? That's great, let's go! Look at, woohoo! We got a little combine, it's got the wheels, it's green and yellow, so cool! Wow, wasn't that a fun episode? Look at this! We've got a real combine! Whoa! Isn't this awesome? What colors do you see here? We've got green. We've got a little bit of yellow and some black. That's so awesome. Let's check this thing out. This whole front part here is called the header or the head. It's so cool. This is what's gonna actually cut down the corn, right? So we've got this big thing here. This is called a snoot. Isn't that a fun word? And if you look in here, we've got all of these gears that are gonna grind up the corn. And if you look underneath here, we've got blades. That kind of looks like a lawnmower. Isn't that so cool? This header is able to cut down 12 stalks at a time. Isn't that so cool? Such a time saver. You see, we grow all of this corn, and back in the day, we'd have to pick it all by hand. It would take way too long. But this giant machine can do 12 rows at a time. That's so cool. Look how big these tires are. Whoa! It's like a 6 foot tall tire. And look at this. We've got 1 tire and 2 tire. That means all in all, this combine has 6 tires. Isn't that so cool? Look at this, we got a little smaller tire here. Now, a combine is called a combine because it does 3 separate things, right? It cuts down the crop, it thrushes, and then it separates the grain and the chaff. So what that means is it cuts down the stalk of corn, it takes a cob. Let's see if we can find a cob. Here's part of a cob. So this normally has corn on it, right? And it shakes it a lot, shake, 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 so all the corn kernels fall off. And then what it does is it separates the grain and what we call the chaff, right? So the grain is the corn, the stuff we want to keep. And come down here, look at this. All of this is the leftovers, right? The chaff. We've got some empty stalks of corn. We've got like all of this stuff, right? We don't need any of this stuff. We just want to keep the corn, right? So what it does is it separates all that stuff out, and then it lets you use this giant chute, and it puts out all of the grain into a cart. Then the cart puts it in a semi, and the semi can take it to market or put it in a silo or whatever you want. So many cool things you can do with it. Now, are you ready to get inside of this combine? Come on, let's go. We got to climb up. Wow, look how big this thing is. This is so awesome. All right, here we go. Got to climb up, up, up. Here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, here we go. Open this up. Not very easy to climb up, is it? All right, here we go. Let's get into the combine. Oh, this is so cool. All right, so let's talk about everything we have. First we have, you know what this is? It's a steering wheel. What does every steering wheel have to have? Not a horn, I guess. Okay, we've got steering wheel that helps us turn the wheels left and right, right? We've got some pedals that helps us stop. Now, the most important part of this entire thing is right here, this joystick, right? This helps us to move. So if we move it like this and move it forward, the machine will move forward. And if we go backward, the machine will go backward, right? That's how we get it all moving, which is great. Now we have all of these different buttons on the thumb. Look how many different buttons we have on here. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 10 different buttons on this one joystick. It's so cool. This does things like move the header up and down, does things like change how fast the engine's moving, how fast the machine is moving, stuff like that. So many things. And we've got all of these different buttons around here. But what I want to show you, the really cool part, is look at these 2 screens. It is absolutely incredible the amount of technology or computers that are a part of this thing. So what this does is it makes sure that everything's running correctly. It keeps track of how much grain it's getting. It's keeping track of each pass down the corn rows, how much grain you're getting for each plot, which is super, super cool. But the coolest thing is this thing has something called GPS. Have you ever heard that term? Global Positioning System. What it does is it makes sure that you're going absolutely straight and on the right row, and that you're not missing any corn, because you got to make sure you get all of it. Now, one thing that's super, super cool. Can you look it down there? Do you see between this? You see those 2 little curved beams? So cool. So what that does is that actually comes into the computer and it automatically steers. Did you know that? So you just have to line it up to start. You hit a button and the machine literally drives itself. Isn't that so cool? Wow, it's so fun learning about these machines. Hey, do you think that we could take a dance break? Come on, get up and dance with me.
feel so much better after that dance break, don't you? I'm ready to sit in a combine and maybe harvest some corn. Do you think you can come along with me? Let's go!
Combine is ready. Yeah, I'm feeling great. Time to work. The crops won't wait. Hey, tractor. Yeah? Come on, it's time to play. Tractor is here. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Hook up my cart. It's my favorite, you know. Hey, combine. Yeah? Let's go. It's time to play. Combine, combine, harvesting the corn. Working very hard with the beep of my horn. Tractor, tractor, having so much fun. Helping out my friend till the job is done. Together we're better. Side by side we go, helping each other, row by row, teamwork and laughter. There's nothing we can't do. Combine and tractor, best friends, yeah, it's true. Harvesting the corn, working very hard with the beep of my horn. Tractor, tractor, having so much fun, helping out my friend till the job is done.
Hey, tractor,
Yeah?
thank you so much for helping me harvest the corn.
You're welcome! Let's do it again next year!
You bet! That was so much fun! Thank you so much for coming along and learning about combines with me today. A special shout out to Center Farms for letting us come and check out their awesome machine. They're based in Monticello, Minnesota. Hey, if you'd like to check out more of my videos, type in Ivan the Inspector. Bye!
I-V-A, and again, I-V-A, and again, I-V-A, and again, Ivan the Inspector!
Hi friends, I'm Ivan the Inspector, and today we're going to be inspecting an excavator! Won't you come along and learn with me? Great! This is going to be the greatest thing ever. I'm so excited! Have you ever seen one of these before? So it's called an excavator. Let's see what different parts we have here. So down here, we have the track. You see that? It's got all these grips. That's how it can move around. The grips kind of grip the ground. What else do we have? Look at this. Whoa, look how long this is. This is called a dozer blade. Kind of pushes the dirt forward and keeps it nice and flat. But here's the real fun. Look at this. This is called the bucket. Look at that, you can fit dirt in here. Oh, that's awesome. And then look at this. This is called the thumb, because it goes down and it holds on to things. Isn't that awesome? What else do we have here? Right here, this is called the arm. Just like us, we've got a couple of those, right? That's what's actually gonna go down and pick up the dirt. Let's check out something really fun back here. It's the engine. You ready for this? Oh, it's so loud. Got the engine in there, and look at that. It's a battery. So fun. All right, let's see if we can close this. Hold on. There we go. And close it up. That was awesome. Let's see what else we have here. What colors do we see? Got the yellow and black.
and a little bit of gray, and look at this up here. It's red. Way to go, we've got a lot of colors. Can you see how much this is shaking? It's moving so much, it's great. Well, hey, before we get in, why don't we take a quick dance break? Get up and dance with me. Come on, let's go. I feel so much better after that dance break. Got all the wiggles out. Hey, are you ready to jump into this excavator? I'm so excited. All right, we gotta step on the track there, pull ourselves up, and sit down. Whoa! All right, we gotta put this down. We'll lift this up. All right, so we got a couple of different things here. Come look at this. Right here, we've got a couple of controls that are gonna help us move. All right, so we're gonna go backwards. You ready? Backwards, so bumpy. All right, and then we can go forwards, just like that. Whoa, whoa. We'll stop right there. All right, this lever puts down the dozer blade. You ready? Look at it. It's gonna go down, just like that. Perfect, that'll lift us up a little bit. All right, let's see, what else do we have here? I wonder what this button does. That was awesome. All right. So now we've got a couple of these joysticks. Let's see what they do. Look at us, we're spinning. Wow-wee! That was awesome, this thing can spin all the way around. All right, let's see if we can actually make this dig. That's what we're all here for, right? All right, so that goes up that way, and it goes up that way. All right, gonna lower the bucket. Here we go. Whoa! Look at that! We're getting some of the ground. Whoa! Look at it! We've got so much dirt in the bucket. Oh, look at that! We crushed it with the thumb. All right, ready for this? I'm coming towards you. There we go, and then let's try and dump it. You ready? Here we go. Put it back like this, a little bit over, and dump it. Wow! All right, let's do it again. You ready for this? Here we go, here we go. All right, open it up a little bit. Put it down. Let's dig into the ground. And then turn it like that. Oh boy, here we go. Whoa! All right. Put it that way, up a little bit. Coming your way again, here we go. Let's see if we can get it over that, and then dump it. Wow, look at the big pile we're making. All right, let's go back over here. Oh, this is so much fun. All right, here we go, into the ground. Push into the ground. Whoa. And scoop it up. Wow, look at that, we got some grass in there. All right, raise this up. You lift me up. And then dump me out, you ready? Oh, hold on, gotta go that way. So awesome! All right, here we go. Lower it down. Look at that, and then let's crush it with the thumb. You ready? Woo! Look at that! All right, let's lift it up. Here we go. Whoa! All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get it on the pile. You ready? On the pile. Lift up the thumb and dump it. Woo! That's awesome. Let's see if we can dig one more. You ready? Here, let's bring it in. You ready? Watch it push into the ground. Here we go. Oh! Lift it up. And we're gonna push it and push it like that. All right, here we go. Can we dump it? You ready? 1, 2, 3, dump.
I've got a project, give me a hand. I need some help to dig up this land. We need something really big. Look, an excavator, let's go dig in the dirt. We're moving all the dirt in our excavator. Moving all the dirt. We're moving all the dirt. We're moving all the dirt in our excavator. Moving all the dirt. This excavator can dig up the land with a bucket to move the sand. Look, has tracks for travel. Move it over there to get the gravel or dirt. We're digging in the dirt in our excavator. Digging in the dirt. We're digging in the dirt. We're digging in the dirt in our excavator. We're digging in the dirt. Back and forth, spin all around. We are gonna tear up this ground. We are having so much fun. Won't be long till we are done in the dirt. We're playing in the dirt in our excavator. Playing in the dirt. We're playing in the dirt. We're playing in the dirt in our excavator. We're playing in the dirt.
That's awesome. Hey, I have an idea. Let's see if we can push this pile of dirt around. You ready for this? Here we go. Go like this. All right, we got the bucket in place. We're gonna move this down a little bit. Are you ready for this? We're gonna try and move the pile of dirt. You ready? Whoa! Oh, that was awesome! Let's see if we can do it again. We can kind of fill up the hole. All right, like this. Are you ready? Here we go. Woo! All right, let's do this. Lift it up a little bit. There we go. Whoa! Let's lift that up. All right, let's push this out a little bit. And pushing that dirt around. Wow! This is so much fun playing in the dirt. All right, here we go. Let's move it a little closer to us. Move this around a little bit. Look at all that dirt getting pushed around by the excavator. All right, let's pull it a little closer. Here we go. Look at that! This is so cool. Let's see if we can squish some of this dirt down. Let's try that. Ready? Whoa! Wow! Ready for this? Here we go. Whoa! Pushing that dirt around, and then what about this dirt here? Ready for this? Let's go over here. Woo! All right, here we go, here we go. Push this down just a little bit. Here we go, let's push it over. Whoa, look at that, there's a pink thing in there. And all the way over, whee! And back a little bit more. Here we go. That's looking great. What if we dug some of this over here and put it over there? You ready? Let's do this. Here we go, hold on. And we'll open it up. And we gotta push it down, ready for this? Whoa. Look at that! And let's lift it up. Wow! Look at that! We picked up all this dirt, and look at this, we even got some grass in there! That's so awesome! This is so much fun playing in the dirt with the excavator. Why, thank you so much for coming along and learning about excavators with me today. If you'd like to check out more of my episodes, type in Ivan the Inspector. Bye!
I-V-A-N again.